It's time to smile again. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is on his way out of Chelsea, back to France. He's on his way to Marseille. According to the greatest of all time, FABRIZIO Romano, there's a green light between Aubameyang and Marseille. Now he's down to Chelsea, and as FABRIZIO Romano mentioned in here, the deal between Chelsea and Marseille is not expected to be any higher, because we know that Chelsea wants to get rid of pretty much the whole squad. They're trying to send everyone to Saudi Arabia. Players like Lukaku refused to go to Saudi Arabia. Aubameyang also has refused to go to Saudi Arabia. At the age of 34 years old, feels like it's been a very long time since we saw Aubameyang with a smile. Yeah, he was smile when he played for Barcelona, a club that he really loves. He enjoyed being in there. He wasn't in there too long, only a half season. Did well, managed to bang a few goals. By the time that he's been at Chelsea, this guy is going through a depression, because you can tell that since he joined at Chelsea, the smile wasn't in there. And I even feel like, obviously, as a Barca fan, when he was playing for Barca, he was playing with his smile. He was happy. He was playing happy. And you know, if Aubameyang plays with a smile, he will perform. He will guarantee you goals. This is what he did with Barca. But then it feels like last time I saw this guy having a proper smile was when probably last lifted the FA Cup with Arsenal. It's been a very long time. A striker at the age of 34, probably most likely have another, probably one more season. Got to Marseille, League One. He was in League One before. He played for Saint Etienne. That was when, he was young, explorer, and then he went to Dortmund. I think this is a good move for him. I think we will see him smile again, because when you look at the style of League One, as I've mentioned, he was there before. And Aubameyang's style of football, I think he will do well. A club that's gone through a big project, they want to try to compete with Paris Saint-Germain, which is not easy, we know that. But let's see, Marseille is getting close every year. They invested a lot of money, and I think this is going to be a good move for Aubameyang, and I think he deserves. And according to Fabrizio Romano, this deal is going to be easy because Chelsea obviously wants to get rid of him, but I'm not sure. Marseille will try and get, according to some reports, Marseille is trying to get Aubameyang for free, but Chelsea's still asking around 12 to 16 million pounds, right? Let's see how this is going to work at the end, but whatever happens, looks like the deal, officially the player gave the green light to Marseille, looks like it's going to happen. And yeah, it's going to be a good signing. A player that I'm not going to say I was fan of Aubameyang, I'm not going to lie now, but he has done well. His time at Dortmund, he was good. Time at Arsenal, at the end wasn't good. The way he left as well, but he did well for Arsenal. For Barca, like I said, as a Barca fan, I actually enjoy watching Aubameyang when he was at Barca. He did well, he worked hard, he scored a few goals, and I said this last season that Barca needs a backup for Lewandowski, and I would take Aubameyang. I would take Aubameyang as a backup, because I know that if this guy has a smile, he will perform. Without a smile, you know that there's something wrong with Aubameyang. But when you look at Chelsea last season, and I've said this lots of times, it's just everyone flopped at Chelsea last season. You tell me who was good at Chelsea last season. You probably name one player, but who? Like, it's hard to actually think a player that they had a very bad season, was so poor that everyone flopped. Look at Koulibaly, who signed from Napoli, who had a very good season with Napoli. Chelsea fans, and like me as a neutral fan, we all had a lot of expectations about Koulibaly, and he flopped. And then now he's gone to Saudi Arabia. It's not only just Aubameyang, of everyone. Everyone that played for Chelsea last season was very poor. They changed how many managers they had last season? Tuchel, Potter, and Bruno was also in charge, and then Lampard. They had four managers, so you would expect that. You know, it was hard last season for Chelsea, but look, Chelsea's going through a rebuild. Chelsea wants young, fresh mind, legs. Chelsea's investing, but also they are selling, and they're doing well. They're doing well because Chelsea, the, after spending what over 600 million last season, you expect they need to sell, and they're doing well. And I think I've said this a few times. I'm not a fan of Pochettino, but I think with time and the players that Chelsea's bringing in, the players getting out of the club, in a few years they'll be back up there. But I said he might gonna take Chelsea up to 2, 3 years to get back up there, to be able to compete again like we've seen. We used to see Chelsea winning trophies. We used to see Chelsea. Let's be real in here. You know, in the last 15 to almost what 17, 19 years, 20 years since Mourinho, Chelsea has been one of the best English clubs, and in terms of Europe as well, Chelsea has been the best. Has won Europa Leagues, has won Champion Leagues, has won multi Premier Leagues as well. Man City obviously is up there in domestic leagues, but Chelsea has dominated a lot. Chelsea has dominated, and they knew it was time to rebuild, and they do it. But like I've mentioned about Aubameyang to Marseille, good deal. Looks like the deal will be done. I think he will. I always trust anything that Fabrizio Romano says. But we never know. It's football. Football is a funny game that is becoming very funny as well. We don't see love anymore. It's all about the money. We've seen a lot of players like leaving to go Saudi Arabia, MLS. I do get you can't really blend them. Look, I let me just say this before in this video, by the way. If I had an offer, right? Let's say if I had an offer to even like 10 grand, 20 grand a week to go on like even 5 grand a week, I would take it easy to go and be, I don't know, a pudding somewhere to be talking about football because obviously I always think I've got great football knowledge. So yeah, I mean, the money helps not just for you, also for your loved ones. It's just you're always thinking of the future, your next generation as well. So this kind of players that all live in Saudi Arabia and stuff, you will always understand why. Obviously, to give basically a dream life to their loved ones, and you can't blame that. We grow, we build family to feed them, to provide for them. So you can't really blend. But as a neutral fan, of course, I don't like to see it because I still think the high levels, high level, top European football, even South American stuff. We want to see the best, you know, the quality, the young players playing at a high level every week, Champion Leagues, the best leagues in the world. But I said, that is everything for me on this video. That's my thoughts on Aubameyang, and also pretty much Dilden to Marseille. Yeah, it's a good move, and it's time to smile again. And I will smile even more when I see you guys smashing the like and subscribe to my channel if you're new. And I cannot appreciate you guys. The support has been absolutely unbelievable. This is why I keep coming back. Whenever I have 1 hour time of my life, I do try and spend with you amazing people. God bless you all, and I'll see you on the next video.